Okay, we have one here that's really mostly based on a formula, so I'm going to go through it fairly quickly. We have standard deviation for two sets of exam scores, and we also have the slope, I believe. Yeah, the slope of the regression line is 0.48, and we need to get the correlation. In other words, we need to find R. So a great place to look here is example 3.10 in your book. I am going to show those formulas. So this is the formula that's given. However, notice that we are given B1, standard deviation of the y's, and standard deviation of the x's. This is a multiplication symbol, by the way. And we need to find R. So I'm just going to rewrite that equation first of all. I'm going to multiply both sides by Sx and then divide by Sy. So that gets me R all by itself. From that point, I just plug in the slope that they give me. I plug in the value for the standard deviation of the x's and the standard deviation of the y's, and that will give me my correlation coefficient. And how do I know what x is and what is x and what is y? So I'm predicting the scores on exam 2. Whatever I'm predicting is my y value. So whatever my exam 2 standard deviation, this 7.3, that would be my standard deviation for y. That would be my S sub y, and then the other would be S sub x. So that gets me my 0.750. And then let's say we do know the means. So if I have the means of the two variables, I always know that that's a point on my regression line. So that helps me because that gives me a single point, and then if I have the slope already, I can get the y-intercept and the formula there. So this is the formula that you would typically see. The average y value equals the y-intercept plus the slope of the regression line times the x mean. And I'm going to just reorder that again too before I even solve it to get the b0, the y-intercept, all by itself. Then I just plug in the means for, what was my y, exam 2? Yes, exam 2 is my y, so I'd plug in the mean for exam 2. That would be 87.8, and the mean for exam 1, and then, of course, the slope we were given early on in the problem. So just plug those in, solve for b0, and that will give us our 48.30. The 0.48, which is the slope. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's coming first or second. It matters if it's being multiplied by the variable. So 0.48 is the slope that we were given. We'll put that in to get our overall regression equation.